Welcome back to part 25 of Let's Play Persona 5, and the last time we got to the first safe room. This time we're heading deeper into Manarame's museum. Hopefully gonna find some really great exhibits here. That's not the right way. This is not the right way. This is the right way. Is this the right way? Yes, this is the right way. Yeah, so last time we started, it's, I don't know how far I can get this. I didn't really look that up. I read about some other things, but did not figure out how far I could get into this dungeon. But that's not too much of a problem. We should be able to get a decent ways somewhere. Steal that. Oh, what are these? Like little pamphlet kiosks? Nihon wa something tashimashita. Okay, I need to pick up my kanji skills. Really need to start doing that. See, here's what happens. Let me tell you about learning Japanese. I live in America, in case you're unaware. I speak English, and I really like Japanese. I think it's super cool. But I don't have anywhere to practice it or like really use it. So I learned it for like 3 years self-study, and then I just kind of stopped because life changed, and I was like, oh, I'll get to Japan eventually. But now that I'm like out of school and everything, I'm back to wanting to learn it. But I don't have the same motivation that I did. Because it's like, oh crap, I really don't have a purpose for this. This is kind of interesting. Can we just skip this? No, we can't. Okay. This is part of the story. I was wondering what happens, but there's like an invisible wall that triggers this cutscene. I mean, it is pretty shiny. I'll give it that. But if it didn't have those little, if it didn't have those little sparkles, I would not care for it. Come on now. Like, you know that the sparkles add an effect. That's. Otherwise, it's just gold. That could be fool's gold. Who knows? Calm down. And yeah, so his lust for the luster caused us to lose our party members temporarily. I mean, honestly, I'm OP. I could handle all of those enemies. Let's be real. Sure, I can do that. So this is like one of the first puzzles. I don't think they actually do this in any of the later dungeons, which is kind of interesting. This is one of like a solo, this is the, well, it's not even the gimmick for this dungeon because other dungeons have gimmicks that last like the entire time. This is just a gimmick for this one part of the thing. So what do I do here? I can feel it. I can feel it. Oh, here we go. Climb up that. There we go. I guess they wouldn't expect people to climb up. I just ambush him. What are you? Yeah, I guess I wouldn't expect people to climb up the sides of things, but you know, apparently we did. Oh, okay. I was like, what? Oh, I forgot. I can't do a team attack. But luckily, they make all the persona here really trash. There's actually one persona that I want to point out if I come across him, or her, or they. One person I want to come across, or I want to mention, because I missed out on catching him my first run through, and he's actually pretty useful for a particular season you have to do. Really weak. So I will point him out ideally if I see him. Hopefully I'll see him. I'm gonna try to see him. That's the goal. What do I do here? Here we go. Go up here maybe. Nope. Wait, what do I do? Oh, there we go. I knew I was looking for something. This button. So I guess this is kind of like the finding the king's queen and the slave book in the other game, or in the last dungeon. Does she come to me? Does she come hither? Where is she? Don't come here. I don't want you. I just want. Don't follow me. I just want to see what happens if I don't. Like if I can get in the battle without her. Like, let's just say. Oh, you have to meet with her? Oh, that's so stupid. Like, you have two legs, just walk over here. Alright, so that's one. I'll just go up from this point. Go around. Yeah, I like to use R2 just to do the interaction thing, but I always have to hug the walls so that I don't jump down or, you know, do something that I have no intention of doing. There's a shadow here, isn't there? I thought there was. Why would they not put a shadow over here?
Is this?
Move the painting. Well, he just picked the junk up too. Like, he really just picked that junk up. Alright, Skull is out. Don't touch those wires.
Sorry.
Alright, how do we control room for them? Okay, we can look for that. That's easy enough. Which way do we come from? Where do we come from? Where do we go? Dude, I thought I could get through that. Is this... Wait. That's... That oh no, that's where we came from. Okay. Control room. Here we go. Go up through here and into this hole. This is what I was looking for. I like the purple tint on here. It's really a majestic color.
Wait!
Look back here. Wait, so that means... Oh. What? I mean, I guess...
Hey, what's
Panther's
that?
in front. I guess her chest is exposed. I guess that's what she was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how we sneak around anywhere now that I think about it with Panther in a latex bodysuit.
No.
Look for someone who might know it. Okay.
I have
That's
something.
easy enough to do. Can I open the door so that we can just... Yes, okay. Change the password. Hello? 07734. Read upside down. It's hello. One of the earliest calculator freaking names, along with 80085, I guess.
Hey!
Oh, what? Here I was thinking he wasn't going to turn around. Why did he turn around?
We're surrounded!
That doesn't matter. We're not going to get hurt. Not going to get hurt in the slightest. I mean, they might get hurt. I'm not going to get hurt. Doot, doot, doot. And the tables have turned.
Finish up!
And there you have it. Something else I found out, which doesn't really pertain to here. It actually, you can do it here. It's just it generally doesn't happen because of the story, unless you overgrind. But one of the things that you unlock with Ryuji is the instant kill ability, which I think I might have shown off in Mementos, where if you attack an enemy from behind, get an ambush, you instantly kill and you get a persona from the battle, assuming you know, are 10 levels or higher above that persona, assuming we don't have that persona, or your persona thingy isn't filled. And I think that's pretty interesting. I didn't know that's how it worked, but now that I know, it's kind of something to keep in mind. I don't think that'll happen in any of the dungeons, but it might happen next time we go back to Mementos, so keep an eye out for it.
Sorry.
That was exactly like you. What are you talking about? So sparkles. Nothing else has those sparkles. Actually, before I get started, let's there we go. Oh yeah, and so this is
Wait!
just max. I'm just smashing. Oh dang it! I thought I could smash that. So this is a treasure diamond. Morgana will explain it. This is what I was reading about because I never really understood how this works. So what it is, there's 8 of these, and they each correspond to a different like persona class or whatever, Emperor, Chariot, Arcana. Now they don't have one for every Arcana because there's only 8. But what happens is you catch them. They're usually resistant to a lot of different things. This one's weak to nuclear and psi attacks. We have
Weakness is nuclear power.
so let me switch to that. Oh, we have that, so I'm not going to do anything yet. So what happens is you can't battle with them, but you can use them as fusion fodder. You can beat them and they give you a lot of experience. If you use them as fusion fodder, you combine them with another persona. So let's say you combine them with a fool's persona, or you combine them with, what's Phoenix? Phoenix is, I don't even know, Hierophant. You combine with Hierophant, you'll get a Hierophant persona that's either, or you'll get a persona that's the same class as the one that you're fusing with, or at least if it's a multiple fusion system, it'll be one of the types that you're fusing with. And it'll be either a level or 2 higher or a level or 2 lower, depending on the treasure diamond or treasure demon that you're using. So it's good for adding, I don't know if you can't see the move set, but it's good for adding different moves to different personas. So you might want a Hierophant or a Phoenix persona with a psi attack, and you can catch the treasure diamond that has a psi attack and be able to add that and fuse that to get a phoenix that doesn't normally have attack. Oh, and I killed it. Okay, well, I have this guy in the compendium, so I'll show him off and some of the other ones later. But I believe there's like 8 of them in each of the, like 1 for each dungeon, and you can get them in mementos if you miss them. So that's not really too big of a deal. They respawn everything in mementos. So there's actually a skill. What is it? Oh, there's an item we can craft later that will allow us to.
Yes.
What you talking? Would allow us to help them spawn a little bit more frequently. So it's pretty useful. I don't use them too much, but it's a good way to give Persona different attacks that you normally wouldn't be able to get. Yeah, so there you have it.
No match
I
for
might
me.
try to screw around with those a little bit later. But again, if we come into contact with them, one of the key things is a lot of them don't have resistances. So like the one we had only had those 2 weaknesses. Later ones might not have any weaknesses. So what you want to do is, there we go. I love this. Just a painting, son. Perspective is everything. So you might want to use Lucky Punch, which I'll show off here. Morgana actually just got it. It's pretty cool. It has a higher chance of crit, but I believe it has like a lower accuracy to compensate for that. So Lucky Punch, yeah. Okay, minuscule physical damage, high chance of critical hit. And did you get it? No, it missed. Okay. Well, either way, those can be really good for downing those treasure demons. And on top of that, treasure demons, they mentioned that they run, but if you down them, you can talk to them and they automatically join your party. So even if you screw up and don't get if you thought you wouldn't be able to negotiate with them, you don't have to negotiate with them. So it's pretty easy to catch them once you get them down. So I'm just gonna get Lucky Punch to work. Nope, nothing. Okay, well, let's just go through this real quick. Yeah, I'm trying to get. I actually know exactly. Now that I think about it, I know exactly where this dungeon stops, and I want to say we're sort of close to it, kind of close to it, but not too close to it.
Okay.
Also, shout out me for not having any parts freeze lately. Knock on wood. I told you my computer booted and tooted, and it was a problem. Oh, what did she say? I want to hear what she had to say because we're in the women. Oh, no, we're in the men's bathroom. Let me see what happens when we go in the women's. Anything?
Cut it out.
That's cool. That's funny. I always like when they have those interactions because you don't have them in a bunch of places, but it's nice that that's a thing. Do the mirrors work? Of course they don't. See, that's just lazy. Like you don't even. It doesn't. It's not even the right. Oh, I guess we're in an alternate universe, so they wouldn't work. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe that's the idea. I'm just gonna assume that's the idea.
A safe room.
Safe room. 13 minutes. We'll go a little bit longer. Like I said, we should be getting close to
Thank goodness.
where we need to be. Yeah, I don't need to do any of that. Let's go. In other news, something I've been thinking about getting into, I was reading about Shin Megami Tensei 4. And like I said, I haven't played too many of those games. I played the Devil Survivor 1, one of the Devil Survivors on the DS. And it didn't really take me. It was actually really hard. A lot harder than Persona games. I love that you can hear the like the curator or whatever talking about this. It's kind of neat. This is the other type of persona you can find, the secretaries. It's just a different models. They'll have some of the similar personas that the others have. But yeah, Shin Megami Tensei 4 came out for the 3DS, I want to say 2013 or 14. And I never got into it because I wanted to get into it, I just didn't because I was playing other games. But looking at it, I'm like, it's going to be a while before you get a Persona 6. It's going to be a while before Shin Megami Tensei 5. So it might be worth my while to get into that. But the problem with these games is that I love the Persona series, at least Persona 3, 4, 5, that it becomes really, really hard to get into the other games because it's not, they're not the same. Like, they're just...
Look, a treasure chest.
Oh, gosh, excuse me. They're just not, similar, you know, monsters and all that stuff, but even the story elements are vastly different in how the battle mechanics, things like that, you know. So it might be something to look into when I have nothing else to play, but really, when is that ever going to happen?
Show me your true form.
Also interesting, I was reading about and so her last name, maybe I mentioned this, but it's a Japanese last name, it's spelled in kanji, but Takamaki can also be okay, anyway, can also be a Finnish last name, and people were speculating that she is of Finnish descent. I don't think that is confirmed anywhere, but that'd be an interesting thought. I guess she has that, you know, Nordic blonde, blue-eyed look that you'd expect. Alrighty, electricity. I mean, did it really have to be electricity? Because you weren't gonna have, like, if it was just 3 bars, I couldn't jump over those anyway. So
show me your true
let's
form.
just take out all these guys. I don't remember any of them being too difficult. Yeah, same things. Fast. Are you dead? You're dead. Gonna say. That's actually really scary. The Mudo, like, that can ruin your whole day, because you have to start all over. You have to just start right from, or the last save point, and that's, you know, 16 minutes ago, which isn't that bad, but that's basically a wasted part.
Somewhere. Show me your
Ambush him. I don't even care how strong he is, dude. I'm gonna take him down. What do we got? Oh, 5 of these bad boys? What are you weak to? Oh, gunpowder, gunfire. Alright, we're just going to... Do I have anybody who knows a gun attack? Anybody? Of course not. Anybody with... No, I don't. Okay, well, anybody who resists... Muda, I might just go with him, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, I might just go with him so I don't die here. 5 ammo. That's fine. Oh my god, I screwed up, really?
Let's go.
Persona, let's do this. See if we can take it out. No? That's fine. 1, 2. And mash triangle. Yeah, so enemies like that, I find it interesting. Persona games will sometimes throw those at you. Clusters of enemies that have insta-kill hits. I find insta-kills are a little bit less frequent than in past games. Like, I remember Persona 3 and 4, I remember raging over, you know, some of the monsters that would have, like, mass kills, single hit moves, 1-hit KOs, because you go so long. In those dungeons, they're randomly generated, so if you have to start over, it's like you have to figure out how to get back to where you were going. So I find that this game's a little bit more lenient with that, and yeah, I appreciate that. I think of Persona. I was actually thinking about Final Fantasy and how this is basically like Final Fantasy 15 in terms of it's a traditional game in the series, but it's, you know, basically perfect for beginners as well. But yeah, a lot of times it's really good to keep an eye out for what enemies have those 1-hit kills, because sometimes you will encounter. Wait, where's... Okay, there it is. You will encounter groups of those enemies, and if you get trapped and they get a kill, or someone's weak to it, and they get a 1 more, next thing you're knowing, you're dead. So
This is...
push it. Alrighty. Deactivated, and both deactivated? Yes. That was easy. It's way too easy. And one of the enemies despawned, which was also interesting. Sometimes that happens, I guess, depending on where, like, you exit the battle, they despawn. Oh, we're almost at the end here of where we can progress today. So, you know what? Oh, that's a golden pool. Look at that. It's a golden shower. Yeah, we're not going to go this way just yet. Oh, what? I wanted to save, but I guess not. Sure, let's find out. I love this, though. Look at this. That's so satisfying. That's so satisfying. Does it... Oh, I thought I could okay. Well, here we go. So this is essentially the first half of the dungeon. Maybe even first third, depending on how you look at it. I mean, I feel like we could do some crazy long jumps. Maybe stack some paintings up and jump on over. You could definitely crawl under them too. What does it say? All personnel, this door can only be opened via the security room that lies beyond it. Huh. Well, I guess we won't be able to get in there today.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds familiar, right? So I guess it's, in a way, a good thing that we went the way we did, because I was thinking to go to, you know, Yusuke's house first, but I guess we didn't even have that option. Like, it was either infiltrate the palace or do nothing, because we wouldn't have known that that door matches unless we went to Yusuke's palace. Does it close now? Oh, dang it. It's just so satisfying when it
The
closes.
cognition here is weak. Maybe a safe room near.
Yes, there is a safe room nearby, and this is where we're going to call it an episode. So next time we're going to head back and figure out how we can open that door and see if we can get back in this dungeon and finish it off. But thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.